Live. Hey everybody. I am just doing my due diligence here, not trying to play video out loud. Holy Hannah, that was loud. Sorry about that. I'm gonna really quickly here just put that down because we don't need it to be that loud. Okay, very good. All right, let's refresh this really quick. Awesome. You might hear one more sound. Yep, there we go. I am going to take just a second here, you guys, and do my sharing. One thing I caught when I'm sharing is that when I'm doing it through Facebook, the link that I post on like my Twitter and stuff points people to Facebook. And then if you don't have Facebook, it's kind of dumb. So I just didn't want to do that. But Sunny D, hello, how are y'all? But looking forward to, seeing what all I got from Minnesota. It was a fun trip. It was a wonderful trip. And yeah, give me just a second here. It's got two more shares I got to do really quick. And then we will get started. My goodness. There we go. Boom. And it's already in the group. So, good morning, everyone. As per tradition, but first, coffee. So, Sunny D, while I got you, I just wanted to let you know that the mug is here. It's legit. I keep it. It holds all of my writing utensils, and I stare at it often, and it makes me happy that this mug exists. So thank you for the mug. So this past weekend, Ken and I had a chance to head up to the Twin Cities with our good friends, the Dows and Miss Jessica, and we had a blast, you guys. It was the overall mission of the trip was to get away and have fun. And we certainly did that. We hit up Renaissance Festival up in the Twin Cities, which was a lot of fun. One of the goodies that I got from that event specifically is hiding right here, but and I don't have the other one, which is a bummer, but they came from the same place. I have a drinking horn. So this is legit. I was wearing it on my belt. That Jessica was like, "Let me help you with that." So we got it on my belt. I'm rocking out, and I'm excited to rock this thing sometime. So fill it up with some ale, chug it like a Viking. So it'll be a lot of fun. I actually got a really cool mug as well. Also a horn, but it has a wood base so that you can set it on your table or desk or whatever, and it has the Tree of Life burnt into it. It looks really sharp. So I was really excited about that. That is in the living room right now. So sorry about that, but it looks really cool. But lots of loots to talk about. Not from the Minnesota trip, and I gotta lift these up first because it happened before the trip, and it's on top of my pile. When we travel at the comic shop, we are starting this new tradition of letting the team know, hey, if you're looking for any books, I'm going to a different city or a different state. So let us know what you're looking for. We'll see if we can find it for you. And so Trevor 2.0, Team Rocket, gentleman from Rainbow Comics, he's always wearing the Team Rocket hat, went out to Rapid City and I found a couple of cool things for me that I wanted to lift up. First, on the not comic book front, I love me some Blacklight Funko. Can't see it over my shoulder. And so he scored me Michael Myers, which I'm freaking stoked about, and Pennywise from It. Ken already has one, so Ken being the aficionado already got his, so I got mine through my coworker, so shout out to Trevor 2.0. But in addition to that, I'm after some Marvel horror books, and so we have Legion of Monsters. This is from 2011. This is issue number 1, which I was really excited about. And then Legion of Monsters also did these series of one-shots, and this one was Legion of Monsters Satana. Boom. So it's kind of a fun one to get to. So looking forward to adding those to the collection. Bill, I see you. Hello, Bill. Thank you for tuning in. But on this trip to the Twin Cities, when you go to a place like Minneapolis, you're loaded to bear with lots of shops in the area and on the way. And so we had a chance to visit quite a few of them. Looking forward to talking through those. But I'm just working in order here. First of all, I do got to give a huge shout out to Pulp Comics and Games. They are out of Mankato, Minnesota. And I scored this lovely Werewolf by Night poster, which I am so freaking pumped about. So this is a huge win. This also leads to some mixed news that the Alpha Flight wall in my office is going to be taking a vacation coming up. I've had Alpha Flight set up on my office wall since even before I moved in here. They had their own wall at my previous office, one of my favorite teams, but I wanted to kind of have a space and a backdrop effectively for when I start doing my Marvel horror books. And I didn't want to mess with my Blacklight Central because that's kind of my thing. And so Alpha Flight wall over here, you've been awesome. I'm going to post this tribute wall to it. And it'll be fun. Bill, I went to Comics and Games during my Minneapolis work engagement. Great shop. Yes. Yep. Which shop was it? Was it Source, Bill, or was it a separate shop? There were a couple out there that we went to that had like games and comics in their name. So yeah, if it was the Source, that's an awesome shop. It was huge. Like I said, plenty of options throughout the city though, and area. It was just crazy. System overload. Cheers. All right, well let's hit the books. That's what we're here for. First of all, my longtime friend of A Comic Book Look and a longtime friend of ours, Aaron Evans, started at Comic Book College. So he's part-time up there. And he started around the same time I started at Rainbow Comics. And so it's really fun to visit with him and kind of get his experience on stuff. And we were like always bouncing off each other. Comic Book College just recently moved. So they had just a big shift in space, and let me tell you what, the new digs are fantastic. And so I did this thank you post to them when I took my selfie with Aaron, took some shots of the shop, but in all seriousness, it was a fantastic store, and I highly recommend it. When you pull up to the building, the entrance is actually on the back side of the building, so you just have to go park and walk in, but you'll be delighted with bookshelves of trades and lots of backstock to thumb through. I didn't even get through it all. we were heading out of town that day, so it was one of those, okay, John, we're all in the car. And I'm like, no. So I had to work fast. But we did put in some work, and so I'm just going to kind of fly through these, and I'm excited to share them with you. On the horror comic side of things, got a couple issues of Tomb of Dracula, and by a couple, that was a great statement. We have issue 51, issue 56, issue 70, and this is the last one, series finale. We have issue 55. We have issue 60. We have issue 54. And we have issue 62. So with that, couple of things. I do typically go through and like rebag my issues and stuff like that. So the price tags and all that, I just haven't had a chance to take them off yet. Everybody has been entered into the database though. And I have a couple of shared spreadsheets out with some of the folks that I shop with online, so I made sure to go through and update those as well in terms of what's missing, just so that way if anyone's ever looking for issues for me, that it's a little more up to date, because it really wasn't. So Tomb of Dracula, indeed. Next, we have Creatures on the Loose, and this is kind of one more tomb to throw in here. This is Tomb of Dracula number 67. Next is a kind of a fun series that we're collecting, Creatures on the Loose. This is actually slightly horror related, but not really. I got it more so for the monsters that were featured earlier in it, but I figured, hey, while I'm in this weird neck of the woods, we're just gonna collect as much as we can. And so a lot of these I feel like I'm gonna read and be like, okay, but I hope I like them, and definitely willing to give it a shot. So without further ado, we have Creatures on the Loose starting at issue 22, featuring Thongor, Warrior of Lost Lemuria. So kind of giving those Conan vibes for sure. Issue 24, issue 25, issue 26, and 27, 28, and I see some magic going on back there, yeah, and issue 29. So those were my books that I got from Comic Book College. Mad kudos on having kind of your books sectioned out, and so a lot of the older books had their own little VIP area, which made it super easy to search through. And everything was alphabetized, which is nice. It's funny because shops just do it differently. And so one thing I picked up on, and I don't know if shops are like this where you're at when it's at our store, we do the divider. So Thor, and then all the Thor is behind the divider. But at a lot of the shops in Minneapolis, it truly was issues, and then the divider marking everything that was in front of it, but not behind it. And so it was just a different system. And I was like, so it was kind of alternate reality kind of stuff. But it was cool. So shout out again to Comic Book College. Thank you guys for being amazing. All right, who do we got next here? Ooh. Oh yes, I like this stuff a lot. Up next, I had a chance to visit Dreamhaven Comics, and Dreamhaven is a really cool place because when Ken and I like to go shopping, Ken likes more so like the books. I am after just real like Marvel, just kind of the scary stuff. And this place had both. This was one of those shops that wasn't like overwhelmingly comics or books. It was just this healthy mixture of books. And you could tell that the staff was just having fun with how they were laying stuff out and everything. And it just really showed. And one side story here, the gentleman running the till saw what I was after, and we got to talk, and I was telling him about the show I'm going to do coming up, focusing on Marvel horror books. And he goes, I have an extra stack of Marvel horror stuff downstairs. Do you want to look through it? And I was like, yeah. And so that was a lot of fun too. I scored some cool issues out of that. We'll talk through that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. This is a wonderful stop, and it's not a shop that I've visited before. So again, Dreamhaven books and comics, highly recommend it. But let's hit it. On the trade paperback front, I have the Tomb of Dracula Volume 1. I have Tomb of Dracula. This is the complete collection, Volume 5. I have Tomb of Dracula, the complete collection, Volume 2. Okay. And now we get into some of the fun stuff here. So these are more of those series that I was telling you about that I'm just so passionate about, and I just don't see them enough. So we have Chamber of Darkness from Marvel Comics. This is issue number 4. It just looks like fun. I'm excited. We have Chamber of Darkness, issue number 3. Chamber of Darkness, issue number 7. We're going to switch gears here. Monsters on the Prowl, issue 16. Again, switching series. Tower of Shadows, issue number 2. Chamber of Darkness, number 5. Chamber of Chills, so completely different series, 24. Chamber of Chills, issue number 13. Thank you, Sunny D. Oh, man, you're so awesome. Yeah, Pete. Thank you, sir. Tower of Shadows, issue number 1. Tower of Shadows, issue number 5. Kind of gives me that Jekyll and Hyde vibe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Tower of Shadows, issue number 9. Oh, man. And the best find, and ironically, one of the cheapest. But Marvel Comics presents issue 107. I get so excited about these. It's just so fun. So this is issue 107 featuring Ghost Rider and my boy Werewolf by Night with cameo by Red Wolf, which is really cool. So looking forward to that. I got a couple more issues of that I need to get to kind of complete that side story. But if I recall, this is part 1 of that story. And I think it's like a 6-part story or something. We'll find out. So again, you guys, Dreamhaven Comics, shout out to them. Wonderful shopping experience. And it was a lot of fun. All right. My last stop of the trip, this is the Renaissance Festival program, by the way, for this year. So that was a lot of fun. The last stop was at the Source Comics and Games up in the Twin Cities, and I had a lot of fun with this one too. This was a really cool stop. So I did pick up a couple of just odds and ends here, and hopefully not resulting in too many duplicates, but we'll find out. So bouncing off of that poster, we were just talking about Werewolf by Night. This is actually the complete trade paperback collecting all 4 issues. So I'm looking forward to that. This is from 2020, so it wasn't too terribly long ago. I just haven't read it yet. Up next, we have, I'm on kind of this kick with the Howling Commandos, and it's because like werewolves in it and some of the other monster creature characters throughout the Marvel Universe. So this is going to be bizarre and quirky and weird, and I'm here for it. This is Mrs. Deadpool and the Howling Commandos, issues 1 through 4. Mrs. Deadpool. Let's go. I believe that my app said there was also an issue 5 and issue 6 that I have not seen yet. So definitely keep my eye out for that. If that's the case, I believe it is. Giant-sized Spider-Man and Dracula. Love me some Dracula, so I wanted to make sure I scooped that up. Giant-sized Dracula, issue number 3. So it's kind of a cool one. And then, oh, I mean, save the best for last. I didn't even intend to. This is just the way everything was stacked here. But aside from the first appearance of Moon Knight, I have officially completed the run of Werewolf by Night Volume 1. I have the facsimile for issue 32, but I finally found this pesky issue number 13, Werewolf by Night. This completes Volume 1, which is such a huge win because now I get to binge read it and I get to be prepared for the upcoming show on Disney Plus when they premiere the character in continuity with the MCU, I guess. I don't know what the Halloween special is going to entail, but man, I'm freaking excited. So this was a big win for me. For whatever reason, it's a character called Taboo or Topaz or something. I don't know. In here, it says Taboo on the front, but yeah, I'm not sure specifically because I haven't read it yet. But looking forward to that. Yeah, huge wins though. I'm 1 issue away from completing Morbius Volume 1, so looking forward to obtaining that at some point. And with a lot of these, you guys, I could easily hop on eBay and get it. It's just I'd rather find it in the wild and have that memory in that shop that had it. And just getting to visit a lot of these shops really was just a lot of fun. And now that I actually work at a shop, it makes me appreciate it even more and get to talk shop with them and everything. So again, thank you so much to all of the comic shops that helped make the Minnesota trip super awesome and special, and for having an awesome selection of products and an awesome staff. So again, mad kudos. We got Dreamhaven, we got the Source Comic and Games, we got Comic Book College, and we got the Pulp Comics and Games out of Mankato, Minnesota. Fantastic trip, fantastic selection. And I got some more filing to do here. I got this stack. I got the stack from yesterday's video. If you haven't watched that yet, that's from Aya Comics in Muncie, Indiana. Definitely go check that out. And I believe I have another brick on the way here soon because I just did some shopping last night and it was crazy. So I hope you guys are having an excellent week. This is my last day off for a little bit. On the Rainbow Comics front, we got the Green Power Ranger. Jason David Frank is coming through on Sunday, September 11th, so that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, otherwise, that's about it. So I'm going to drink my coffee and probably get to work on getting my office back in order because, as you can see, it kind of exploded. So we shall see you guys later. Have a good week.